Hello, I'm Sarah McKenna, and I'm delighted to be here today with Tim La Touche, and we're going to have a very quick chat with regard to an upcoming webinar series he's speaking at. Now, the title of this webinar series is a little long, so bear with me. It's Sustainability in a World Growing in Uncertainty, and then it goes on to explain that it's about risks and opportunities, optimizing performance, unlocking and allocating resources ahead of less resilient competitors. Now, as I've said in all our other messages, other videos, this is a 3 webinar series hosted by Paddy Duffy. This series is the why, what, and how to regarding sustainability, and the why session was run just a couple of weeks ago. This one that we're about to talk about is the what session. Now, all of these webinars have featured extremely qualified speakers who share their expertise coming from multiple specialities. So today, I'm going to give you another of these taster sessions by having a quick chat with one of the speakers for the second session, the what. Understanding what we can do is the first step in building organisational resilience and ensuring sustainable performance. So Tim, you've agreed to be a speaker for the what aspect of this series. Can you tell me a little bit about who you are, what you represent, and what you do?
Okay, I'm currently an independent consultant, mainly providing companies with advice on sustainability and management systems. For over 20 years, I worked as the global quality and environmental manager for a global consultancy in the built environment that designs some quite iconic buildings, like the Olympic Stadium in London, for instance. Um, I've been an active member of the CQI Sustainability Special Interest Group since its inception. And I've also served as the chief assessor on the registration board of the Society for the Environment, which is the body that's responsible for conferring the chartered environmental qualification.
Oh, that's really interesting. I can see why you were chosen to speak. Absolutely. The built environment is one of my major bugbears at the moment because I really can't understand why people aren't just building sustainability and accessibility in right at the get-go. It's beyond me why they don't already do that. So, you have to excuse me, I could go on. So, I understand why you were chosen, but can you give me a little bit about the reason why you agreed to speak?
Well, we live in uncertain and rapidly changing times. For instance, I heard only yesterday that employees in many industries can soon expect to be retrained every 3 years.
Mm.
I wanted to provide any knowledge and experience I've gained on sustainability and uncertainty in a way that might be useful to delegates.
I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. And you are the second of our speakers to mention that we're living in uncertain and exciting times. So that's quite interesting, I think. And also, all of you have spoken about collaboration. So it is clear that you're going to work very well on the day. So thank you. I want to ask you a key question. And this is one that I'm going to be putting to all of the speakers in the introductory sessions. It's a bit of a political question, but let's try and keep it nice. So that question is, do you think that the conflict between the political and the scientific is going to reduce or worsen in the coming year or two, and why?
Yeah, this is a tricky question because it's difficult to predict how things will go.
Mm,
There's clearly been an upsurge in climate change denial and a pushback against what could be termed equality policies. I think with some of the governments in place, it's likely to continue, but there are signs that science is fighting back. I certainly get the impression that the majority of big business are continuing to develop their sustainability policies.
absolutely. I mean, you are again, another of the speakers mentioned this before, that if the governments of the world are not going to take action, it's really on the organizations. And I absolutely agree. Organizations and the people who work with them want to do the right thing. So we should go with it no matter what everybody else says. So before I let you go, just want to ask you one final question. And that is, what is your personal goal for the webinar? And I know you've given a little bit of a hint to that in your previous answers, but what do you hope the delegates will take away from the sessions?
Well, I hope that delegates will come away from the sessions feeling better equipped to address the issues of uncertainty in relation to sustainability, and that they find approaches or tools that they can use in their own working lives.
Absolutely fantastic, and I think they will. I'm very much looking forward to hearing from you in more detail when we actually do the webinar and hearing an awful lot more on the subject. So on that topic, the dates for the webinar are for the What webinar, which is the first next one coming up, is on the 22nd of October, and the How webinar is on the 25th of November. So those are some dates to pop into your diary, and we look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks once again, Tim. Goodbye.